What's up, and welcome to this week's episode of Hacking Your Hormones for Weight Loss live Q&A. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Phyllis Thompson, your favorite hormone hacking coach for weight loss. In every single one of my lives, you'll walk away with at least one tip that you can implement right away to start shrinking that waist, feeling better, and getting rid of pesky symptoms like hot flashes, night sweats, brain fog, or low libido, so you start aging for longevity. Now, without further ado, let's move into our questions this week. We got one. Let me pull this up from D. And she asks, can you talk about the difference between concentrated juices and non-concentrated juices? Absolutely. I know, given it's the new year, a lot of women are juicing, right? It is a nice way to get a jump start, but it may not be as beneficial as you think, depending on how you're doing it. So, first of all, these concentrated juices are heavily processed. They're boiled down to remove the water and they're frozen and canned for storage. And some of the vitamins, minerals, and enzymes are lost during this process. And then what they do is they add sugars and preservatives to them. So, not going to be a recommended option for juicing, right? I recommend you do it at home yourself if you're going to opt for juices. There are some other things happening here too, right? So, there's juices in the grocery store like Bolt House or Naked. Those are the only two brands I can think of at the moment. Read the labels, ladies. Reading the labels is the mantra for 2024. So you can take control of your health and your hormones, right? Some of these store brand juices or store bought juices have fruit juice added to them, and that's processed sugar. So you're really defeating the purpose of what you were going for when you purchased them, right? And then I always recommend, if you're going to buy juice from the store, go for cold press. They're going to have you're going to get the most bang for your buck, and there's not going to be any added sugars to them, right? And then if you decide to juice at home, again, it's a great way to get a jump start, and there are going to be some vitamins and minerals and nutrients in it, but you are taking out the fiber when you juice, right? So what happens is you're not getting that digestive benefits from it, and you're not getting that your blood sugar levels are going to be spiked from the sugars in those juices. And keeping our blood sugar balance is of the utmost importance when we are dealing with hormonal change and perimenopause and menopause, and especially for my PCOS ladies and my ladies in menopause. Sugar spikes it contributes to insulin resistance, right? Insulin resistance, and you've heard me say this before, and I'm saying it over and over again because I want to make sure everybody knows this. This is linked to the heart issues that some women experience in menopause because of the type of estrogen that we produce in menopause. So you want to be careful there when it comes to juicing and getting those high amounts of sugars, right? It's going to make the blood sugar levels kind of up and down, which exacerbates some of those hormonal symptoms. And relying heavily on juices means that you're lacking some essential nutrients, especially for my thyroid ladies. Protein is essential for you to get because you need the tyrosine from that protein to combine with iodine so that your thyroid makes thyroid stimulating hormone, right? So we want to make sure that we are paying attention to those things. And then another thing to pay attention to when juicing is using organic fruits and vegetables, because you hear me talk about pesticides. Things in our environment, toxins, pesticides, things like that we ingest through our food will affect our hormones. It can affect our estrogen levels, making us estrogen dominant. It can affect our thyroids. Ladies with thyroid issues or autoimmune conditions, you have to be especially careful here. So if you're going to juice, go for organic fruits and vegetables because you want to minimize your exposure to some of these toxins. So if you're going to juice, I always recommend a smoothie, in my opinion, would be better because you're getting the fiber, you're getting the skin. But it's nothing wrong with having a nice shot of green juice a couple of days a week for those added vitamins and minerals. But you just want to be mindful of going organic when you can. If it has a thick skin, it's not necessary to go organic. But some of those thinner fruits like apples and then even spinach, when you want to add that greenery to it, you want to make sure it's organic so you're not getting that extra exposure to toxins. Because think about it. If all of your fruits and vegetables that you're putting in that juice is non-organic and heavily sprayed with pesticides, you're getting a high amount of pesticides that you're consuming. So if you're going to go store-bought, cold pressed, right? If you're going to make it at home, organic fruits and vegetables, smoothies are what I'm going to say I support more because you get the fiber, which is going to help with your digestion, and it's going to help keep those blood sugar levels balanced so that we aren't contributing to insulin resistance. I hope that answered your question. If it didn't, don't hesitate to reach out. If you have any other questions about that, again, don't hesitate to reach out. Until next time, ciao.